Okay, welcome to the Color Lab instructions. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so the computer at the far end of the lab bench in the neuroscience lab, you will see visual mill right in the middle there. That is what you're going to use to conduct this test. First, I'm going to pull up our Moodle page just to show you. Here is a link to the test instructions. There's also a copy printed out here for you. Make sure if you already got this that you get the version that says in red, updated for 2021. Also, there are screenshots of the help screens. You may want to pull that up. You can zoom in on that. That gives you some information about the various tests that are being done. Finally, you will need the color vision worksheet, and this has been having problems downloading. Let's see if I can get it together. And so here we go. So I am going to email this to you in addition to having the link there, since there's some issues with it. But you'll want to have that open because you need to copy and paste the results of the tests into this. Okay. Finally, right here is the link. You need to use that to sign up. I see somebody has already signed up in here. You need to use that to sign up for time. And I think that this should take a half hour, maybe an hour. So if you want to sign up for an hour, that's fine. But a half hour, I think you could probably get it done in a half hour. Make sure only one person at a time in the lab when you're doing this. The lab key code is 251. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. Don't take my word on that. I will put that in the lab email along with the Word doc. All right, I think that covers everything. This is due by Sunday, February 14th. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it this week, you can come in and do it next week. Just make sure you sign up for a time. All right, so we got our document open here, and now we're going to open Visual Mills, okay? And you'll see that there's several tests over here. You'll need to do all of these tests. The lab handout is very, very specific. It just walks you through point by point. So we're gonna do all of these tests 2 times. The first time, we're gonna do it with all the colors on the monitor. The second time, you're going to choose blue, green, or red and take that color out of the monitor. That will simulate being colorblind, and then you're going to redo the tests and see if it diagnoses you properly. All right, so the first one we're going to do is the dichotomous hue. I am not going to do all of these tests. I'm going to do one as an example here for you. Right, so the point here is to start with this color and then order these colors in the appropriate shades of hues, from the blues to the greens. And if I were to mess up, you can just move it over. If I were to put this one there and be like, oh, that one doesn't belong there, I can pull it back out, and I can put this color over, and then this color, and then this color doesn't belong there. I missed that one, so we're going to move these guys over one, because I think this one goes here. Where did it go? So I guess if you drag it on one, it can go under it, so that's not good. Okay, get back on track here. What do we think? This one? You all are going to see if I have good color vision or not. Okay, and so when you think that you've arranged them all in order, then you're going to press graph results. And so here you go, here's your graph. And I'm going to make this smaller. There we go, that's a nice size. So if you just click that smaller button there, it'll be a nice size for you. This is your result. So I was perfect. The line is continuous all the way around there. There were no mistakes. So now I'm going to press the print screen button, which is here on the keyboard, and press that. There is a picture of what this looks like in the lab handout, of what the print screen button looks like if you don't know where it is. After I do that, I come over here and it says paste copy of screen results. So I'm gonna highlight that and I'm gonna do paste, and boom, there is my results. You can crop that if you want to crop that and make it look nice. Okay. Now I'm going to show you an example of if you made a mistake. So we're going to come back over here and let's pull this one out and switch this one over and put it in the wrong spot. So now you can see, right? Instead of going from 7 to 8, I went 7, 9, 8, 10. And so now my color distance is longer. It's not 1, it's longer than 1 because I did an extra loop there. Okay. All right. Here is where you can see your help options, right? So if you don't know, oh, you can't get to the help. That's why I did the help. You can't get to the help in the program, which is why I have all of the screenshots here for you. But it gives you more information about the test. Okay, so we're going to do D15, and I would like you to do at least 2 of those. So let's do that, and then we can do like a desaturation here, and that'll make it a little bit more difficult for you, okay? To go to the next test, you can go this Windows button to main. Or maybe no, you can just go to the next test here. So the next test is the Farnsworth-Mull 100 hue test, right? And so then you're going to do this one. Here you have 4 different sets that you have to complete, okay? Because it's 100 hues. The next one is the pseudochrome isoplates, isochromatic plates. Here you are pointing to the arrow that the short part of the L is, the box, the short part of the L is pointing to. So we start it, right? And so on. I'm not going to finish this test. Copy and paste your results in there, okay? Lastly, we're going to go to the matching game. Let's close some of these programs. Matching RGB, okay? And so now you have a color, right? You have to adjust these slides to try and match that color. That's actually looking pretty close there. Some of the colors are going to be more difficult than others to match. And so once you think that you have the right match, this one was a hard one, apparently. All right, that's not quite it, but that's probably about as good as I'm going to get. You can do C values, and it shows you what the actual was, and then it shows you what your match was. You need to record those in your worksheet. And then the last thing that I want you to do is to put all these at 0, all the way to the left, so that it's black. Hide the values, okay? And then I want you, for each of the colors, to increase it until you can see the color. So if I do it right, I'm gonna say right about there, I can see a hint of red, okay? You're gonna get that value. So that value is 23. You're gonna put that into the worksheet. So we go over to the worksheet, we scroll down to this one, that would go right here, 23. Then I'm gonna put that back to 0. I'll hide the values, and I'm gonna do the same thing with green and blue. Okay, here's the important thing. When you are done with this, I'm gonna close that, go back to our main one. I'm just gonna make that a little bit smaller so you can see all of this. Okay, when you're done with that, there are 5 buttons at the bottom of the monitor, and there are very specific instructions on how to eliminate the color, right? So you are going to press the button 3. 1, 2, 3 times, okay? Then you're gonna press the button 5 until you highlight the box color temp, right? Then you're gonna press the button 3 and click 5 to select user. Oh, it was on user. Okay, so when you're on user, you're gonna press the button 3, and now you're gonna pick a color to eliminate. So I'm gonna say I wanna eliminate green. So I'm gonna press the button 4 or 5, moves it up and down. So I'm gonna press 4 till I get there. Then I'm gonna press 3, and then I'm gonna press 4 until I go from 100 all the way down to 0. So now I only have red and blue, and I'm simulating what it would look like for someone who did not have their medium, their wavelength cones, right? So now I'm going to redo the tests. As you can see, in some of the tests, it's going to be a lot harder to do this, okay? And then you will talk about the differences in your worksheet. In the worksheet itself, it actually gives you those instructions about how to get there and adjust the colors, okay? So in here, I'm going to type in the color I eliminated as green, and then I'm going to redo the results here, okay? And then there's this small discussion. You do not have a lab report. This is the lab report. Complete the worksheet, have your discussion paragraph talking about the differences between when you lacked one of the 3 photopigments compared to when you had complete vision. And most importantly, you have to turn the monitor back for the next person. So we're going to do that right now. It's very simple. You just follow instructions. 3 button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Press the 5 until we get down here. Whoops. Until we get down to user. Then I'm going to press the 3 button. Get on user. Press the 3 button. Get to green. Press the 3 button. Press the 5 button until it gets all the way back up to 100. Okay. So that's it. If you have any questions, email me. Make sure you sign up for a time. Make sure you stay on this, and stay safe, stay well.